How do you feel about losing your hair? So I've just touched down, well, I don't know really how to say it. I think it's called Plagne or something like that. That's my train, just dropped me off. And the mountain that I need to get up to is that one up there. My parents have said they're going to come pick me up because they'd rather be skiing. Can't blame them, but that's the situation. But I've got a plan. So I've made a sign and see if someone will come and like give me a lift and take me up to the top. So I'm gonna try and find a spot to set up. I think the closer I get to the mountain, the more luck I'll have, because that's more people heading into Montcheval-le-Coche. So that's where we're going to start. So here's a good spot, I think. It's just before the mountain. So yeah, I'm gonna see if anyone starts, you know, lend a brother a hand. I'm gonna say no, yes, no. Did give me a thumbs up back, so that was nice of them. We'll be here for ages. I think I might move a bit closer to the mountain. I feel like a lot of the traffic I'm getting is not even going up there. So I'll move in a bit closer, I think. I mean, who wouldn't want to collect me? That's what you gotta ask yourself. I'm considering the climb. The thing is, I've got no water on me, and it's starting, you know, it's starting to sunset. If it gets dark halfway through that climb, yeah, I could be in trouble. So I think we'll stick with this strategy, and if not, we'll head back to the bus or make an SOS call. But yeah, let's just get to the mountain and try our luck there. Keep going, guys! Woo! Yes! Bonjour!
Bonjour!
You saved me.
Allez, bon chemin, let's go!
Thank you.
Tu parles français?
Anglais?
Anglais? Ok.
Si. What a guy. Wow, that was struck luck.
Et toi, tu viens depuis que t'es petit? Depuis 6 ans. Quand t'étais petit, tu venais skier?
I don't know. What's it called? Let me get Google Translate. I'll find it. Hang on.
People in my family.
No. There we go.
Il y a 6 personnes dans ma famille. Ils sont
D'accord.
toutes déjà là.
Ah,
Ils ont
ok.
dit qu'ils ne m'auraient pas parce qu'ils étaient occupés à skier.
Ah. Ok. Bon, très bien.
One absolute hero. I've literally just got a whole lift up the mountain for free on that bus. What a legend. He's told me to wait here for the free bus and go look at the timings. The Coche. So I'm just going to walk up. It's only like a 10-minute walk up the slope. It'll just be cool. I like, you know, it's nice up here. I like to look around. So let's do that. So this is Montcheval. This is a village, one village lower than R1. And I think Montcheval is probably the prettiest village out of the two. It's very French. Like, you'll go around corners. Like, right now, this is like the high street, hustling, bustling. But most of it's just like farms, like farm sheds. You'll go around a corner and just find like a barn with like a donkey and a cow on it. See, this is what I mean. You just turn on the corner, you just find some broken down barn. Yeah, I like how it hasn't lost, despite it being part of a resort, it still hasn't really like lost its kind of like Frenchness. This is the walk. It's like we're going off-road. It's very near to the piece. I know this area quite well, so it shouldn't be too bad. Imagine that. Imagine if I fall over before the holiday has even begun. I'll be so annoyed. Whew. Oh, good to be out on the first day. So this week we are skiing in Plagne. I don't really have a plan for this video. So I think we're just going to ski around, do some cool stuff, and maybe end with a Q&A or something. We'll see. So let's get into it. So I don't know about you guys, but whenever I go on holiday with like friends or family, we always end up giving like weird nicknames to like things that aren't, obviously that's not their name. So for skiing, it's chairlifts that we do this with. Let me find an example. So for this chairlift, it's called Bijelin, but we call it Beijing. Yeah. This chairlift is called Salah, but we call it Mo Salah.
And it falls for Salah!
We call this one Hot Dog Panini. Yeah, I don't know why. We call this one Colossians. We call this one Bitcoin. Actually, I don't know how my crypto is doing. I probably should check that. After I'd finished checking up on the state of my crypto, which wasn't looking too good by the way, I decided to team up with my brother Joe. Despite having 4 years on him, he is easily the better skier out of us two. Okay, Joe, so obviously you haven't been on the channel before, so we're going to do some quick fire ski questions so people can get to know you.
Right.
Okay, so first one, best resort you skied in?
I think it's going to have to be Whistler.
Where's that?
It's in Canada, British Columbia.
Ooh, okay. Restaurant or baguette on the slope?
Depends who's paying. Are you paying?
No.
Baguette on the slope.
A nice piece bashed red or open off piece untouched?
Any day open off piste untouched.
Okay. Best ski teacher that you've ever had?
Ooh. I'd probably say Gabby.
Who's that?
She was a ski teacher in Canada. She really pushed me. She was good fun as well.
Do you know who mine is?
Ooh. No, I actually don't have a clue.
Dog Hudson. Who's that?
I'll put it simple. If you're going hard enough left, you'll find yourself turning right.
Oh, right. That makes perfect sense. Turn right to go left. Yes!
That was so hard with no poles. I was really a piss.
Well, you're not doing it here. So me and Joe just found this little ski jump course. We're going to go and give it a go and show off some tricks. Well, I won't be showing off tricks, but Joe will be. So, let's do this. Absolutely embarrassed by my performance, I realised that I needed some special training. This gave me one option: Joe's ski school.
I'm not a teacher, but welcome to my ski school. So, Jack, you're quite a tall man, so your centre of gravity is quite high. Have you done a lot of jumps in your time?
No.
So, there is a bit of a technique. You see a lot of people going over jumps. They let the jump lift them, and they end up landing like this.
Yeah.
And out of control. There's something called a pop, which we use to kind of counteract that leaning back motion, as a jump is naturally going to kick you backwards. And it sort of looks like we're going up to the jump. Our shoes or our feet are waist width apart or shoulder width apart.
Yeah.
And we're in that athletic stance, so we're going up to the jump. And as we get to the top of the kicker, we pop. You don't have to do it all the way. Look, my knees are still slightly bent.
Yeah.
My arms come up slightly. Look where my poles are compared to your poles. If you land like that, that's going to hurt, isn't it? So I want you to stand between your skis, like me. Yeah, good. And you're going to pop, and you're going to try and land 2 feet firm on the floor. Bit higher, so pop. Nice. That's basically what we're doing, is we go up to the jump, pop, and down. Yeah, one more time. Nice.
That's it. I'm going to do some quick stretches before before I go. Some warm-up stretches.
You do what you want to do, mate.
Bit nervous. Look how low I can get.
Let's see how. I can't do it with like straight knees, but
I'm ready.
you ready? It's quite a cue, but we'll
do it.
smash it out.
Awesome.
After some intense warm-up stretches, we took to the slopes, and despite my skepticism about Joe's training, it did actually pay off. Like, look at my second jump. See, it's not that bad, and look, I'm gassed. Anyway, realising I'd probably taken it as far as I could, it was time to leave it to the pro. Yeah, Joe has completely wiped the floor with me with this one. In fact, I found that the more I tried to imitate what Joe was doing, the worse I actually looked. Realising this, I decided to ditch Joe and take myself off to some lunch. So just stopping by for some lunch, so let's see what we got. So for my lunch, I have a flattened Big X, been squashed in my bag, got a can of Fanta, and then Kit Kat Chunky. It's good. Now, a lot of people will stop off at like the ski restaurants, but honestly, I loved having a sandwich on the slope. It fills you enough, it's cheaper, and you get to enjoy views like this. Can't get that in a restaurant, can you?
Oh, so nice just to be outside, not stuck in the office.
As peaceful as this was, my sense of tranquility was quickly over as I learned that a group of apex predators were at large.
Legitimate triceratops. Group picture, group picture. Yes. Buongiorno!
Come on, I'll touch one.
Look at this guy! What on earth in the simulation is this? I kind of want to have one. What on earth is going on? I guess they're all quite thirsty and need a drink. It's quite a lot of fun.
God, you are killing me with that booty.
Right, just out doing a bit of solo skiing.
Salut! Bonjour!
Now on to my last chairlift of the day. I'm all alone. I wanted to join me, that's okay. That's another thing about Plagne, is that 90% of the chairlifts here are fast 6-man chairlifts. You know, I've been to other resorts and like the majority of them are just like slow 4-man chairlifts. It takes forever to get anywhere, but these ones are pretty quick. So yeah, it's another reason why you should come to Plagne. Imagine one day you walked into the boardroom and said, right guys, I think I've figured out a way to get people up the mountain. We're going to put sofas on a big washing line and we're going to pull them up the mountain like that. Surely you'd be laughed at. I wonder how many times he had to go in and pitch that to different like companies until that actually came through. Because it is just a mad idea, but it works. It's very practical.
One thing I will say about Plagne is that the party scene isn't the most crazy. yeah, this is about as wild as it gets at a Plagne. So if you're coming skiing to drink and party, then you're better off going somewhere else, not the Plagne. You're better off going to one of the mainstream ones like Val d'Isère or something like that, because here this is not really like the party scene. There is a folie douche in Les Arcs, which I've heard is quite good, but nothing really on this side. So yeah, that's one thing I will say against the Plagne. Hello everyone. So I thought this evening we'd go off and do a little Q&A somewhere. So I'm going to go and find us a little spot and I'll see you there. Oh my word, it could be a disaster. Oh, there we go. Cool. So I actually wrote out a lot of these questions on a piece of cardboard. I didn't want to like kind of read them off my phone, because I feel like that's kind of rude when you're talking to someone. So I thought this would just be a better way. So let's get into it. Question 1 is, you recently wiped your Instagram, thoughts on social media? I think social media can be good. It's just whether how serious you take it or not. Like my problem with social media is, it's just like the lack of authenticity on it. Like you can go on someone's Instagram and see how beautiful or how busy and how cool this person is. But is that the reality of it? You know, like for example with this YouTube, so far I've only posted videos of me going to cool places with my friends or doing fun stuff like this. But in reality, I'm just at home on my bed chilling most of the time. Like that you know, the life that I project out, that's not even my life. Like even I can't live up to that. I think, yeah, you just got to remember, it's not all real, and that it's not the reality of everyone's life. So don't try and compare it to yours and get yourself down by it. So that'll be my answer to question 1. Question 2 is, what film / TV character has influenced and changed your outlook on life? Ooh, it's a good question. I'm gonna kind of cheat and say 2 people. So I think for like a film character, it's got to be Roderick Heffley from Die for Wimpy Kid. His Guide to an Easy Life has heavily influenced my life. So if you haven't checked out the Wimpy Kid trilogy, I highly recommend. And then, TV character. This would be a bit of a sad one, but I reckon it's Howard Hamlin from Better Call Saul. So for people who haven't watched the show, so Howard is a lawyer guy, and he's basically perceived as a bit of a dick. But later on in the show, you kind of find out that he's been going through it. And that he's been like struggling with all this stuff which we don't see, and it's all happened behind the scenes, and then you just feel really bad for him. So Howard Hamlin's taught me that that you don't know what someone's going through unless you ask them, or you know, if someone's acting up or acting strange, it's probably because there's something going on. So yeah, it's a good reminder to check in on your friends and stuff. All right, number 3. What's your favourite part of making videos? Ooh, my favourite part is like the planning stage. Like I love thinking of ideas of like what I want to film or what I want to do and how I want it to look. You know, it's just like getting the inspiration and being like, yeah, like I want to do something like that. So yeah, that'll be my favourite part of making videos. What's the biggest thing I learned at university? Just don't get caught up in the silly stuff. There'll be so many things that you think are important and they're just not. So yeah, just keep it real. That's so dead. Oh my days. What happened to Bosch FC? So for people who don't know, Bosch FC was a football team that I co-founded with my friend Finn. We ran it for 2 years, and then during final year I said, I can't do this anymore because I want to focus on my final year. So I gave it to 2 friends of mine to manage. And within 3 months, Bosch FC was closed down. Yeah, I prefer not to speak on this matter. I passed the club on. It's not my fault. You know, I'm out of the picture. So that's how it happened to Bosch. Ooh. Oh, this is peak. How do you feel about losing your hair? Oh, I'll show you. So, oh, this is dead. Yeah, so I shaved my head recently because I was starting to lose my hair on the top of my head. Where else? Yeah, I won't lie. Like, losing your hair, it is rubbish. Like, watching your, thick head of hair slowly get thinner and thinner. Yeah, I can't explain it. It's just horrible to watch. That bit's horrible. But once I started shaving my head, yeah, like it's not too bad. It takes a while to get used to. Like, I'll give you that. But I don't really mind it, and it hasn't really changed my life. So, for people who are going through that, like me, I would say to you, losing your hair is rubbish. It is rubbish. Going bald is rubbish. But being bald, having a shaved head, it's not too bad. Like, I quite enjoy it, and I enjoyed it. I don't have to worry about what I look like anymore. That's really nice. Speaking of hair, I was actually talking to someone from football the other day, and he's a little bit younger than me, and he was saying, oh yeah, like in a couple of years, I think I'm gonna go to Turkey and get like a hair transplant. And like, I felt two things when he said that. First of all, I felt like I empathised. Like, I was like, yeah, I've had that fear before. Like, I've been on the websites. Like, I felt horrible. Like, and thought, yeah, I need this. But my second one was just like, I just felt sorry for him. And it's not even his fault. He's been put in a situation where society's told him you need to look a certain way, and that's made him so insecure that he now thinks he needs to go and get cosmetic surgery in another country to feel accepted, to feel good about himself. And I just think that, yeah, that just like breaks my heart a little bit, I think. Let's put this into perspective real quick. Look where we are. Like, this is beautiful. Humans saw all of this, and yet we decide that society should decide what is beautiful and what is not. Like, that is mad. Again, I think this is what I kind of touched on at university, and what I learned from university is that just don't get caught up in what society wants you to be, or what you think you need to be. It just doesn't matter. So yeah, don't worry about it. It's gonna be okay. What content do you promise to never create? I feel like there's quite a lot of content that I'd promise not to make. But I think a good way to sum it up is that I will never follow the career path of Bevo. If I go from eating challenges to OnlyFans to then sharing a bed of Simple Simon and Luke Bennett, then yeah, you counsel me, make me do an apology video, I'll do it. Because yeah, that's not how I want to go. So yeah, that's what I promise. I promise never to be Bevo. That's my final answer. Final question. So why have you started making YouTube videos, and why should I care? How do I answer that? You don't have to care, man. I don't care about a lot. I mean, if you like the content, then you like the content. If you like the videos, keep watching, support the cause. Yeah, I don't know what else the best way to put that. I've only really started to make YouTube videos because I think after working a job that you don't like has really made you think about what do I actually enjoy? What do I actually want to work and do for the rest of my life? And this is what I really enjoy. So yeah, that's kind of basically the inspiration behind why I started making videos. And that's the end of the Q&A. Thank you for everyone who sent in questions. I really appreciate it. This wouldn't have happened unless you participated, so thank you. So until next time, peace.
Actually, instead of ending there, I'm going to take you home with me. It's quite a nice sunset, so why not? Anyway, let's get out of here. It's time to go home. I don't want to be late for my tea. Oh, imagine if I broke my leg coming down here. I'd be literally stuck out here all by myself. I'm not even going to think about it. Go through these trees. There we go. I literally let the slope is dead quiet. I'm the last one out. Whoa! Icy. Yeah, let's head down there. That looks good. Oh my gosh, you almost fell over there. This is like my favourite run of the day.
Au revoir. Au revoir. This one's just carrying her drink down. I mean, it is a death space, so I can understand it. Drift around the corner. There we go. We're almost home. Just around the corner over here. So I think we'll end it here. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.